Why hustle culture is making you less productive, and the science that proves it. What if everything you've ever been told about productivity is completely backwards? You know the story: grind harder, sleep less, push through the pain. If you're exhausted, that's just proof you're doing it right. Ali Abdaal used to live that story. Cambridge Medical School, doctor in London, ticking every box the world tells you to tick. And it almost broke him. Every day meant more patience, more paperwork, more weight. He responded the only way he knew how: working longer, sleeping less, cutting out family and friends. And instead of getting ahead, he started to feel like he couldn't breathe. That's when he asked the dangerous question: what if I've been paying the wrong price? That question became his book, Feel Good Productivity. Ali went on to study psychology, test every productivity method on himself, and build a YouTube channel with millions of followers. His core idea flips the script. Success doesn't make you feel good. Feeling good makes you successful. Most people put happiness at the end of the line. Once I get the promotion, then I'll relax. Once this project ships, then I'll enjoy my life. But the finish line keeps moving. One goal achieved, and a bigger one immediately takes its place. Postpone happiness long enough, and you spend your whole life waiting. And here's the research-backed kicker. Feeling miserable doesn't make you more productive. It makes you worse. We do our best work when we're energized, engaged, and alive. Positive emotions trigger for major brain chemicals: endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. These aren't just feel-good chemicals. They sharpen focus. They fuel motivation. They lift mood. They pull you toward other people. They also actively undo the damage of stress. In one experiment, people had 1 minute to prepare a public speech knowing they'd be judged. Heart rates spiked. Blood pressure shot up. After the speech, some watched sad films, some neutral, some uplifting. The positive group recovered fastest. Their nervous systems reset. So feeling good isn't a soft luxury. It's a hard performance tool. Now, how do you actually build that into your work? 3 practical places to start. 1. Turn work into a role-playing game. Kids are happier than adults for a reason. Everything is an adventure. A cardboard box is a castle. A supermarket is a quest. Adults lose that. Work becomes a gray routine, so we escape into actual games and social media just to feel alive again. Ali noticed this when he got addicted to a game where he played a powerful elf commanding armies. Same basic task loop, but with a role it felt electric. So why not do that with work? Pick a role that charges your tasks with energy. Maybe you're the explorer, hunting for hidden opportunities. The storyteller, turning dry data into a compelling narrative. The creator, making something clean out of chaos. The conductor, orchestrating people like an ensemble. It's not childish. It's psychological design. A boring dataset becomes a mystery. A long presentation becomes a story to craft. A difficult project becomes a quest. 2. Ask one question. What would this look like if it were fun? Ali kept that on a sticky note. Whenever work felt like a slog, it forced a small injection of joy. Sometimes it's the environment. An epic soundtrack so you're not just answering emails, you're preparing for battle. Plant. A different room. Sometimes it's the work itself. The book tells the story of Matthew Dix, who flipped burgers at McDonald's before becoming a best-selling author. The job was repetitive, so he created micro-challenges. One day was barbecue sauce day. His goal was to convince as many customers as possible to try barbecue sauce. Every customer became a different puzzle. Every conversation a mini-game. The job didn't change. His experience of it completely did. Even the dullest task transforms when you add a tiny creative challenge. 3. Become your own hype team. Psychologist Albert Bandura introduced self-efficacy, your belief in your ability to pull something off. Decades of research show that the more you believe you can do a task, the better you actually perform. Confidence changes behavior, and it can be trained. First, encouragement. What you hear often becomes what you believe. If no one else is saying it, say it to yourself. I can do this. Sounds simple, but it works. Second, flip the switch. When you feel scared, ask, if I were confident right now, what would I do? Ali used this as an amateur magician. He had to walk up to strangers and perform tricks. Terrified, he told himself, I'm playing the role of a confident magician. He stood taller, smiled, walked over. He didn't wait to feel confident. He acted confident and the feeling followed. Third, indirect success. Watch people like you succeed at the thing you're attempting. Before a hard project, Immerse yourself in their stories. Let your brain absorb the message. If they can do it, maybe I can too. Now let's talk about the fuel motivation. We usually split it into two types. Extrinsic, money, grades, praise, fear. Intrinsic, doing something because you love it. But you can't love every task. No one feels passionate about every email. Ali introduces a third type, identified motivation. You do something not because it's fun, but because it deeply matters to you. A study tracked long-distance hikers over 5 months. At the start, many were excited by the activity itself. That faded. The people who maintained energy weren't the ones loving every step. They were the ones who valued the goal. That's huge. You don't need to love the task. You just need to connect it to something that genuinely matters. So how do you find what matters? 1. The funeral exercise. Imagine your own funeral. What do you hope people say? That tells you what actually matters to you. 2. The Odyssey plan. Map 3 versions of your next 5 years, your current path, a completely different path if your current one disappeared, and a path where money and time are no object. Compare them. The gap is your signal. 3. The 12-month celebration. Imagine dinner with your best friend 1 year from today, celebrating your progress in the areas that count most. What are you celebrating? Better health? Work that uses your strengths? Deeper relationships? Write it down. Then bring it closer. Every morning, look at that list and ask, what 3 small actions can I take today to move toward that life? Studies back this up. Kids given a daily math goal solved twice as many problems as those given a distant weekly goal, and felt more confident along the way. A distant dream is abstract. Today's small step is concrete. So here's the core message of feel-good productivity. Don't treat these ideas like another rigid checklist. Treat them like experiments. Ali says we should think like productivity scientists. Try things. Observe what works. Keep what helps. Drop what doesn't. No guilt. Real productivity isn't about suffering more efficiently. It's about designing energy, meaning, confidence, and genuine enjoyment into the way you work. The goal isn't to do more of everything. It's to do more of what actually matters and feel alive while you're doing it. If this lightened the weight a little, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What's one task you're going to make just 10% more fun this week? I'll see you in the next one.